So look like this here. Click on it. The next thing is what we type. All this information are there. You see, including self-assessment, additional learning resources, they are all there. No, they do. You see, and on distance.
Oh, okay.
So, there is something you can do from a distance. If you don't practice.
The way we are training. And you know that the way we are training, we are going to send ourselves. That's constitutional.
So I use this all these things. You see, when I'm saying that, you have to sign. So you pay. Things right here is going to be it wasn't there before. When you do this concept, it's not even there. No. So you cannot say that still I engaged at level which even like pulling was up.
So you definitely is.
Yes. So everything is there. Each person. So for you to know the process, just understand the cost basis. Because I'm not giving you this. Yeah, right.
Thank you, impressive, lovely, but I know your student is done.
So this is the thing. If I want to enroll another one now, what do I
Another school.
do? You must have. So like you know, and downloading or like switching between. For me, I have it both for yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Even that the political
That's what we
now and
all you need to know. Okay, so let's see about yes, information about for example, is correct. Better than yes. Each topic has component. Each component there are one that covers this. Well, so if
Hello, Mrs. Zuri. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mrs. Zuri. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, I needed to. I went to an office before. Then reporting from. I said
You said?
I went to two offices. That's the reason I got delayed. I went
Oh,
to then come back to this place. That's the reason I
oh,
have to get back to you. So let's quickly start. It's almost- Can we start?
you said let's.
Can we start now?
We can start. Let me enter inside. We can start.
Okay. Please log into your elements.
Eh?
Log into elements.
You said?
Log into your LMS. Log into your module.
Let me get here. I'm that. I will get.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that's it.
I can see the screen.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
How many you can do the
I'm still in the office. I just came to area 3 around 2. But I'm coming now. I'm actually online. Mm. Or would you come? You can't come. That's what I don't know. Like today, I was supposed to be here on, but I got a call that I have to be at permanent session. That's the thing I didn't say. So why doesn't it just come now?
I'm trying to connect to the.
Okay, that's why I go tomorrow then. Yeah, I love
Hello?
Mr. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello? I've connected.
Okay.
I can hear you.
You can see my screen, right?
Is that?
Can you see my screen?
Hello? I'm seeing your screen.
Okay. Now go to the course where you intend to have your English multiple choice question.
Is that actually go?
Please call me. Don't let us use
Yeah.
this one.
Okay, I see you on phone. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let me assume that I want to register, I want to upload or set multiple choice question on this very one, management information system. Yeah? Okay, I click on it, then it opens up, you turn your editing on and all of that. Then you click on choices. The screen, I mean the system, I mean the network is slow, so you just have to do it. So if you can be following through from your own hand, then be doing the same process as I'm doing it. Click on any subject that you intend to have multiple choice question under. Click on it. So after clicking on it, click on add an activity. Are you with me?
No. You move the two. You put the
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I ask a question, you don't answer. Can you see add an activity or resource? Oh, okay. The first thing to do is log in, go to the particular subject where you intend to have the multiple choice question, turn your editing on, then go to add an activity or resources. Okay. Oh no, don't work that fast. Okay. Come to the course, then turn your editing on. On the screen where you turn your editing on, you will see down, you will see edit setting, turn editing on, course completion, filters, gradebook, backup, restore, import, reset. You will see more. There is more at the end. You click on that more. It takes you to where you have the multiple choice. I mean, where you can have question bank. Yeah, you see question bank. Click on question. Click on question. So the last time we talked, I told you about how to set a category for each of your courses and all of that. Now, so you set the category if you choose to. Then let me just go straight. Can you see my screen? Okay. Now I will simply click on create a new question. Then you come down. I mean, after clicking on create a new question, simply click on multiple choice, then and add it. So it opens up a page for you where you enter all the questions and all that. So let me assume that under question name, let me call it question 1. Question 1. Which kind of nonsense is this keyboard interview? Okay. Now this is where you paste your question. Eh? Is that a director?
Yes.
Is that right?
The fax.
Okay.
He sent it to me.
What?
He didn't send it to me.
Sent it to me. Okay, that was a discussion we had last week anyway. That was on, okay, you weren't around then, that's true. Like that Thursday or so. Hello. Yeah. Can you see the screen again? Can you still see my screen? Oh, you have logged out now. Please do it first. Do it first. Do it first. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, what can you see on the screen? Oh. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, you give your question a name. Let me call this one. Are you with me? Okay. Let's assume that the name of the question is question 1. You come back to question text. You can see I just put it, read the passage below and answer the questions that follow. You can put it in bold. If you so wish, you can put it in color wherever that you so intend to. So then you paste the passages. Let's assume that this is the passage. These are the information you want them to read and all of that. So immediately after this, there will be question. Yeah. So you have your question. So now the question says, let me assume that which question can I ask you? Let me see, who am I? Let me just say that as let me assume that's the question. Let me assume that's the question. Then you, of course, you understand all this place now. The general feedback, you can leave it, the default mark. What's the mark for this question? You can work around that. Then multiple answers allowed. That is if you want them to attempt as many times as possible. But you can just use one answer only. That is to say, if you want more than one option to be ticked, this is where you indicate multiple answers allowed, so that they'll be able to tick option A. They'll tick option C also. You know, there are some questions that are like that. Let's assume that all tick the branches of family below. So you now see father, mother, children, and so you have to tick at least 3. So if for such a question you have to click multiple answers allowed. But in your own case now, you click on one answer only. Shuffle the choices. Advisably, you allow that. Then number the choices. How do you want the choices to be numbered? Is it choice A, choice B, choice C, choice just the usual way of having the multiple choice number there. You can have it option A, option B, option C, and option D. Aja. Aja. Yeah. Yeah. So this is where Rikichi. Rikichi. I'm like if I said this is I'm still with you. I'm still with you. So I just said I'm coming. So number of choices, how you want it to appear. If you want it in small letter, so that option A, B, C, D, whatever. So this is where you will indicate it. You will indicate another number of choices. Then you come to choices there. So the question says, sorry, this is a mistake. So the question says, who am I? So the first answer is, let me say, Ojo. That's the first option. The second option, the question, the choice 1 is the option A. Choice 2 is the option B. Choice 3 is the option C. Choice 4 is the option D. You understand? And then let me say the choice 1, which is option A, is Ojo. The choice B is let me just write nonsense. Then choice C, let me just write nonsense. Then the last one, let me just write this nonsense. Now I need to indicate to the system which of these options will be the correct one. So this is where you indicate it under grade. You know, immediately after you have entered the choice, you will need to indicate which of them is the correct one. So you just come to the grade A. This is the correct one. I will just come to the grade A and select 100%. So anybody that picks any other thing apart from this one, the system marks the person wrong. But anybody that picks this first one will be marked to have gotten 1 mark, which is allotted this score. You can see it is default mark, 1 mark. So the person will be given 1 mark. That is, the person got it correctly. So when you are done with that, you simply come down and click Save Changes. Do you understand that? So if you have for instance a comprehension, and there is going to be like 5 questions under the comprehension, you simply come here, put the comprehension here, then put one of the question. You understand? Put one of the question, then subsequent ones you just come. You don't need to repeat, read this one, whatever. Subsequent one you just come here. Like what I'm saying is this. Maybe after reading this passage, there are going to be 5 questions that are to be drawn from this passage. Okay. Exactly. For next one, you just come. The subsequent one, you just ask questions straight away. No need of repeating the passage, because when the system is pulling it, as part of question number 1, it will pull the passage. Question 2, they will have to read the passage in question 1. Question 3, they read the passage. You understand? So that you don't repeat the same passage and all of that. So that is for English question. What? Yeah, if you click on Save Changes here, it will save it. It will save the question. Then you can come back and set another one again. Just come to question bank, under question, create another question like that. Do you get it? Now for mathematics question, that one is a bit technical. And why my own best way of getting it done, if there are mathematical questions and there are some mathematical notations, I always prefer to save them in image. You understand? I save the question in image. For instance, let me look at the screen. Can you see my screen? Imagine me, if I have to set all these things now. You see the So what I will do is I will just come here. You know sniping tool now. You know sniping tool. Yeah, it is on every Microsoft Word. Just click on the home space of your device of your system and type sniping. SNIPP yeah, ING tool TOOL. Yeah, if you can see my screen. Okay, so now what I would let me share it. Let me share that very screen where you can see Okay, let's continue. So once you click on that sniping tool, it gives you an opportunity to you can just crop a particular page on your page, a particular section, and save it. So what I will do is, can you see the screen? Your screen sharing is paused. So what I will do is, I will just come here. Let's assume this is the question I want to work with. Can you see the screen? You can see what I'm doing with the question, right? Yeah, so I will just click that question. I will save the question separately. Then I will come to each of the options, save them also separately. Do you get me? Because they contain mathematical notation which I don't have time. We'll still get there, which I don't have time to start setting them online. Okay, now let me go back to the elements now. Sorry. Yeah, so let me now assume that this is where I want to have the question. I have saved the question. Let's assume that I saved it as 1. I saved the first option, I saved it as 2. Second option, I saved it as 3. Third option, I saved it as 4 on my system. Then I will simply come here. I can see that prove that now if the equation is the next thing expected, I'll just come to this place, insert image. I'll go and pick the mathematical notation from my system. I'll go and pick it like this. Let me just show it and upload it. Can you see it here? So just imagine me having to do, okay, now let me now do it manually so that you will see the problem with it. If I'm to set this one on the Moodle myself, I will come to this place. Hello? If I'm to set this one manually, I will have to come to this arrow, open the arrow, then come to this place. You will see equation editor. I will click on equation editor. It will open up the page for me where all those mathematical notations and all of that, where they are. You can see them. So let's assume that I want to use something like this. I will click on it. This is what will appear. Whereas, see the preview, see the interpretation here. Can you see the interpretation? Like seriously, I don't have time for all this nonsense. It's stressful to me. I will just save the picture. I will just save the image. When the lecturer has set the question, I will just save it. I will just crop the question separately, save it, and upload it. That's all. It's a whole lot easier for me rather than coming here and having to edit. Okay, this B supposed to be C, then the A supposed to be D, and I will have to start coming here. Then A should be F. Now the C should be all those nonsense. Then so to save my time, then prove that this one. That is the question. Now the objective. You know how this one, all these ones now. One answer only, shuffle, then the type. Now the choices are also calculation. I will just come here, click on insert image here. Go and pick the option 1. This is option 1. I'll just go and pick it and upload it. Look at it here. This is option 1. So let me do the same for option 2. Let me do the same for option 2. You can see it is more stressful setting this type of question. So now, option 3, I'll come to image, pick the option the lecturer has given to me as the.
Okay. So maybe later. I'm thinking that maybe I've already had the light.
Okay. Now, those are just the 3 options given to me. So I will just indicate which one is the correct one. Let's assume that this one is the correct one. I click this one. That's all. Save changes. So, you what? But me, I don't know which one is quantitative reasoning. Sorry, I don't know how the question. How is verbal reasoning? How usually is it? So, okay, maybe I need to see the format of question. Maybe I need to see if you can. Let me see the format. If you can send the format to me, then I will let you know if the same way or you have to do it the way. Okay. You say you want to come do something. I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please, tomorrow when you
I beg now, which one do I have? When you know do I have to? No, even go far. No go far. All right, sir. Yes, sir. No go far. Which one do I have? No, the two said right. Me, I don't even need it. Me, I don't even. Me, I don't even need it. Oh yeah, see. Go and in fact, go and riot that man.
I'm doing this. Okay, you go and tell her that she put enough food.
You are sharing it well.
And put it in the nylon. She should rest and come so that she can go and take it.
I'm banned.
You're not getting a
What's it?
The last version before the steps, before express, right? We normally arrange to notice to get everybody.
No, they go there. They normally have contacts. Every month. They say every month or a month. When it is month, they will have to like on Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
So,
Mrs. Zura, I've seen the question. I'm checking it. Okay, no problem.
Before I joined, that's why I buy the
so
food.
later on, the next thing they will have no contact against online, and I just ban to here. One time.
He was managing it.
He was managing it.
Me, I don't like it because I know how far I am. My education is too low. I cannot carry all the time, the period is too short for me to understand.
Comprehend what.
I get your point now.
At least if I can have the next 18 months, even one a month to that a lot, I'm open. So you understand?
I get get your point.
Because that's the thing. I know I feel it's very well. I have the opinion. So I feel like
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I'm checking it. I'm checking it. I'm checking it.
that's how yes. I'm thinking that whether my children are all first group number, that's what I'm studying. My diary.
Economy, sorry. Not, that's the reason I told her to come and meet you for riot. She, I really wish she can see direction. But director is not. If you can come tomorrow. Yeah, let me see.
Hello?
You rejected this now.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, I can see some of them can work that way. But while you are setting the question, there is you saw a place where I clicked on multiple choice. Sorry, this network is slow. I'll show you. While you are setting the question, it will request from you what type of question is it. I clicked on multiple choice. So there are different type of questions there. You can click on them and set it that same way. Just explore it. Hello? No, what I'm saying is that this type that you sent to me now on WhatsApp, these ones are not multiple choice questions. I could see, for instance, the first example you sent, 6 times 3, then this arrow leading to Z equals whatever. So those ones are not multiple choice questions. So that if you go through, this thing should just come. You see, can you see my screen? You can see. I click on create a new question. Instead of clicking on multiple choice, there is true or false, there is matching, there is short answer, there is numerical, there is essay, there is calculated. You see all of them like that. So most of them, I think that one, these ones you are sending to me, they belong to any of this category. Yeah, so just go through it. Go through each of them. I think this one that you sent to me will likely be. Just check it first. Either calculated multi-choice or calculated or numerical or matching. Okay, see matching for instance now. Ajiawe come do riot. What is this again? Screen grabber. Let me see your question. Let me try to work around this question. Okay, 6 times 3.
Tama, where is Tama? Where is that? Tama, where is the Tama's boot now? Come, I brought pen here. Where is the pen? I'm looking for the Hello? Yeah.
I'm already starting to private issue. That's why I'm feeling more comfortable. Yes, for me to discuss with you.
Mr. Kevin, any problem?
No problem.
So, what's problem? The problem is basically, having somebody to talk to them before exam, as in lecture. But the way they are doing one lecture one time.
Political science. I mean,
Public admin.
public admin.
So during one lecture, that period, within how many weeks, they say is this tutorial that is like they're pushing them.
But Ajay, why don't you maybe all these private forever?
That is what he is saying that.
Doesn't have the time.
If you can have it,
Okay.
management data, you can understand.
Okay.
She only attending the lectures every month. My brain is too empty. And do you know something? Do you know something? All my classmates will line like pretending, all of them they pretend. They don't know anything. You surprised you.
You know what I was advised to Ajay? You're what level now?
Yeah, I don't know whether I did for.
You don't know which one you did.
Because to be honest, I didn't write 300 level examination.
And it's because of this, Tabi?
Yes, the problem I didn't.
Sorry, Mrs. Zuru, I'm coming now.
What?
So can you see? Where you go again now?
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
You can't hear me. This thing is skipping. This one that I will have finished talking, then you go to give it 1 minute before you hear me. Let's talk on phone.
Okay, let me call you now.
No, I'm calling you
Let me
already.
call.
I'm calling you already.
Okay.
So by the by the left hand side, after you have logged into the LM, by the left hand side, you will see site administration. Click on site administration. So after clicking it, you will see site administration. You will see users. You will see courses, grades, plugins, appearance, server, report, and development. Click on users. Are you there? So after clicking on users, it will display you want to put up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You click, it will open the page. You will see site administration. You will see users, courses, grade, and other. What you actually need is users. So after clicking on users, it will display accounts, and under the account there are several categories there. You will see browse list of users. You will see bulk user actions. You will see add a new user. So the one that you actually need is add a new user. Okay, so once you do a click on that, it opens a page like this for you. You see general. So the first thing on the general is the username. So the username, the one that I created, the last one I created for you, should be Mishlom, then the number. So you just simply continue from there. If for instance it is Mishlom 1002, just continue Mishlom 1002, 1201. Let's assume it will not be Michelin. I'm not going to save it anyway. 1201. So that will be the username. Okay. So choose an authentication, leave it in manual. Leave all this. Then new password. You will see a place. Click to enter text. Click on it to give the person a password. So I think there is a default password I always create. Surname, yeah. So you enter the surname of the person here. You enter the surname of the person. So if you wish that the person after logging in for the first time should be forced to change the password, you click on force password change. So once the person logs into the elements, the first thing the person sees is the username and password, and once he enters Richmond wherever, enters the password, it will bring the person in, just like the entrance gate. Now the person will be requested to change the password before having full access to the elements. So you just do a click, force password change. So that will force the person. But if you choose not to force the person, leave, don't click on it. Then you come to first name. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Yeah. So just click on first name, enter the first name of the person, enter the surname of the person, enter the email address of the person. That's all. That is all of the necessary thing you need to fill. Then, so I used to create dummy email address. Actually, they are supposed to have a valid one. I'll just create dummy email address. Because I can just say I can just add the first name and the last name and add at gmail.com so that the system will allow me to create what I needed to create. Then you just come down and click on create users. So after you have done that, so the person will be able to log in to the element.
Okay.
But there is another work that you need to do, and that is enrolling the person under the courses the person is supposed to take. If, for instance, the person you created his or her account is the owner of this new account is a grade 1. Let me see. Pupil. Okay. So you come to site administration. After you have saved changes, you come to site administration. You, instead of, after clicking on site administration, it will open site page, just the number, the way you did before. But instead of clicking on users, you will now click on courses. Are you there? Hello? Why your network dey go dey come? Why your network dey go dey come? So instead of users, under site administration, instead of users, you click on courses. So after getting there, you now click on manage courses and categories. Yeah, click on manage courses and categories. Yeah. So that will open a page where you will see the list of classes available, the list of subjects available, etc. You get it? So on my screen here, if you are seeing it, are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen? Oh, Gmail. This one has to pay. This one you go pay oh. Ejikwa ego gini. Okay, now under courses and category management, you see the list of courses. You see them as I have it on my screen here. You'll be seeing preschool, you'll be seeing grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, all of that. Yeah? You see them from your whole hand. So you need to register the person for all these subjects. So if, for instance, the new person that is Michelin 1201 is expected to be offering this course, you click on that course. After clicking on that course, it will open the course. Like, can you see my screen? Okay. So if I want the person to have access to this subject, I will just, instead, not here, not here. And meanwhile, you must have your turn editing on. Okay? So can you hear me? Oh, no. Why is it going off now? Okay, let's assume that the new user, I want him or her to have access to this course. You click on it. So if your screen is wide enough, by the right hand side, you will see another interface. But if your screen is not wide, just scroll down. So management information system. So you just scroll down, you see view, you see edit, you see enrolled users, you see delete and all of that. So what you need to click on is this enrolled users. Okay? Click on enrolled users. So that will display and to show you the list of students that are on the, hello? Okay, click on enroll users. So that will display the list of students that are offering that very subject. Okay, so now you need to enroll more people. I think you need to enroll one more person. So by the right answer, you will see enroll users. Simply click on it. So that will go to the pool of all the students that are enrolled on your LMS. So what you will just do is paste the username of that person. Paste the username of that person. I just want to use one as an instance here. I'm using one of our students' matric number. It's not showing. No, it's your network. Yeah, I'm with you. Hello? Can you hear me from your end? Okay. So this is where you enter the username of the new person you just registered. So yeah. Eh? Yeah. So you paste or type which long wherever the username of the new person, you type it here. So from the database, if you pull the record of that person, it will pull it this way. Can you see? Can you see it? So if you intend to enroll this way, you just click on the name. It will pull the person. Then assign role. It's usually by default in students. Then click on enroll. That's all. That is all. So if the person logs in to the LMS, the person will see that very subject registered for him. So as many subjects as possible that the person is going to offer, the same process you will take. Lagos. No, I think the thing cut immediately once it is 1 minute. But before it is 1 minute, let's talk. Okay, you type the username of the person, assign role, you leave it as student, usually by default it is student, and click on enroll users. So once you do that, anytime the person logs in successfully, you will see that subject registered for him. So the same way you will do for all the subjects that the person is expected to take. Do you get it? Yeah, exactly. You just go to preschool, you see preschool. So